could have just landed at or stopped at, okay, well, I know I said this and this is what I meant, and maybe you took it this way.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been fine there, but it didn't stop there. That's the issue here.
And I'm trying to have compassion, empathy here, because I feel like, again, she has her own baggage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the rage text or rage text. Okay. And then at one point, I got an 8-minute and 59-second voice memo.
What?
And I knew this is on next level.
She held that button down for 8 minutes plus?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
I couldn't listen to them. I couldn't do it. I was like, I just need space.
I don't know how you do that. 8 minutes?
I'm literally going to show you the receipts, girl.
No, I believe you. It's just,
no, but you've got to see it in the flesh. It's important.
I'm more so like that she sat there and held it for 8 minutes.
Well, you can push a lock button.
Okay, see, I don't do a lot of voice text, so that's probably why I'm so like, wait, what?
Okay. No. You'll see it. I just want you to. So it looks like, I feel like she was like treating me like I was like in a relationship.
I mean, it still is a relationship. Friendships are a relationship.
They are.
This
see
is
the
crazy. No,
wait,
this is crazy.
Now, what?
To backdoor it with an almost 2-minute message after. So at this point, it's 10 minutes in my mind. I don't care.
It is 10 minutes.
And you sat there and you were that upset for 10 minutes like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your friendships are a relationship.
They are.
But I still think I feel like there's still boundaries that are important in both.
Right? Keep in mind, I got a 4-minute and 38-second voice memo earlier that day than a 5-minute and 23-second one.
Man.
It just got so invasive, and I felt like I was being suffocated to where I thought, this is what I told her, that I can't participate in the emotional labor that it takes to be your friend. And I hate that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel but I also feel very, very much, I stand in it. In the voice of Tiffany Pollard, I stand in it. I stand in my decision that it is unhealthy what's happening, that my boundaries were just not being respected, like asking for space, and I'm responding each day, and then by Friday, it's, if you don't want to be my friend.
Just say that. Just say that. How do we get here?
Right.
When I've already said, hey, can you chill out a little bit?
Right.
I got you. I'm still your friend. I just need a little space.
Right? Like, it's end of quarter. It's end of month. I just got back in town. Like, give me a second.
In time, please.
So, there can be demand. And I guess I'm wondering, is it a demanding friendship, or is one or the other not a great friend, and or is it you? Is it me?
I would say it's a combination of all three.
Well, we have other examples.
It's definitely a combo, though. Because in a way, you have to think about, what is it about me that attracts these type of friendships?
Yes.
And it's not to say it's bad, but we are creatures of habit. We just are. It is. It is what it is. I mean,
I've experienced
so
this kind of.
Yeah.
Before.
So you have to be accountable for yourself. Well, and it's not all on you, of course. So that's why I say it's a small combination.
What, if you could guess, I mean, what do you think is happening here?
It's also, and this is just in my little time of knowing you, I feel like you're very nurturing. And so for someone like her, and I haven't met her, it sounds like that's something that she craves or needs.
Okay.
And so you can, obviously, of course, in a healthy scenario, that would be great, because it's like, oh, okay, I get to nurture and you get to get this and everybody's good. We're giving
Mm-hmm.
and receiving, it works out. But when it's someone that is just so like they have such a great need for it, a demand for it, then that's when it becomes for you like, okay, this is exhausting.
Yeah.
So that's why I said it's a combination of, okay, is it me a little bit? Yes. But then also this person is demanding. So yes, it's her. And if she's someone that's not used to having healthy relationships, she doesn't know how to be a good friend.
That's fair.
So that's why I said it's a combo of all three.
That's fair.
And this is from experience from myself. I am not sitting here as a guru and saying all my friendships have been great. They have not. I had to check myself and say, okay, what is it about you that attracts friendships that always end abruptly or have ended abruptly in the past? Something about you that's doing it. Mm-hmm. And that was like, well, dang. Because at first you want to be like, this person is awful. But it's like, okay, well, what about them, though? They weren't always awful to you. Mm-hmm. Like, it was something about that person that you really enjoyed being around and talking to and all of that. So it had to be something that you saw or ignored, at least, to begin with.
I don't know. I'm going to be... I gotta do a new intention, the intentional prayer. I gotta do it with who is brought in my life and who I step into others. I'm gonna be just a little more intentional. I think also, I think being genuine, I feel like it's important, but I feel like
definitely
sometimes. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It also makes you catch some strays.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes I saw something or I read something somewhere that said your friendships are reflections of of things that you feel like you're missing sometimes, or things that you may need. I was like, wow, what does that really mean? When you think about that,
what does that mean?
I know for me as somebody that I can be outgoing, but I can also be very chill. It's easier for me to just be very chill. That's really who I am in my core. And so I like being around people that are outgoing or the life of the party because then it gets to bring that side of me out. But then at a certain point, the introverted side of me is like, hey, we're exhausted with this. We're exhausted. And so then I get to a point to where it's like, this person has really just been who they are. But now I'm annoyed because I haven't let myself recharge and balance. But because it's also like, wow, I like being outgoing. I love being around people like that. But then it also can be draining to me if I don't take the time that I need to recharge.
Yeah, recharging is absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're cranky and you
don't even realize it. It's over the smallest things. Just like that person's really just being themselves and you're over it now. You're just over it. Doesn't matter what they do, what they say.
Is that done. This current? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I mean, this is my personal experience.
Okay. Because I feel like with this one, I feel like no. And there wasn't even a recharge allowed.
You didn't get the time and the space that you needed. And to me, that's disrespectful. So then it's just like, okay, well, you don't care about my feelings, my boundaries. I mean, you don't respect me.
Right.
And this is not going to work.
All right. We're going to do a couple other examples of demanding friendships, but we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
They're being ridiculous. I do feel like they went extremely hard on that reunion though. Are we recording?
Yeah. Hey, y'all, we're back. This is an interlude because you know what? Jazz is completely caught up on Vanderpump Rules. Finally, from the top. And we got to talk about it.
Because it's so much.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so much.
Where do you want to start? I feel like just let's start at the Scandoval because.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we know how we got here. Here's the thing. You were saying something when you think about it.
So at first, when I initially, when they broke the whole, oh my gosh, Raquel and Tom have been, having an affair. At first, I was like, why is James so upset? I literally was just I couldn't wrap my mind around why he would call that girl and go off on her and why he was so upset about it. And then I started thinking about it and I was like, oh, Well, Tom was kind of acting like he was his homeboy, like his best friend, like his brother. Like he's paid for this, like proposal and like did all of this stuff for him and made it seem like, I think you're a great person. I'm going to ride for you. And then you go and do this. So then I was like, okay, I get James. Mm-hmm. Then I was like, well, why is everybody saying it's so ridiculous? And then I didn't realize that all this is happening while they're filming currently, and they're just pretending everything is cool.
Right, in their face. And so the whole season where we had just watched
was literally the whole affair happening
in our face.
And so then at that point, once I put it together and realized that, I was like, oh, this is ridiculous. Like, the nerve of y'all to be acting how y'all were acting. Like, and I couldn't understand why he was going so hard, like, in all his little confessionals, like, defending Raquel. I was like, oh, because you're having sex. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, this is your girl now. So,
right.
Because I was like, why is he going so hard for her? Like, which I do feel like they were bullying her, but now in a way, I'm like, girl,
no,
you was wrong.
They smelled that.
You was wrong. And you knew you was wrong.
And for her to... Here's the things. I don't know who your favorites are because they're all kind of horrible.
I have no favorites. I think everybody is trash. I'm not biased on nobody.
I love me some Sheen and Shay.
She annoys me.
I love Ariana.
I don't like Ariana.
And I'm starting to really understand Katie a lot more than I realize that Schwartz is a schmuck, right?
Now, as a person, I don't understand how she stayed. Was it 12 years?
Yeah.
How were they in a relationship for 12 years?
I could not imagine.
For him, and I actually started from the top. I didn't just jump in. Like, I actually watched it, and that's all we saw of it. I can only imagine. Like, he never stuck up for her. Like, he never
defended
her for anything. I mean, even on the times where it's like she was wrong, like, he could have, went hard for her. And then, like, when they got home, like, hey, babe, you did a lot.
Right.
Let's discuss this.
Right.
He never picked her. Like, I get it. He never picked her. Like, never, ever picked her first. Like, I get it. I get it completely.
I understand why she left. And I do understand, too.
It should have ended a long time ago.
How he would make her, like, the bad guy.
Yeah.
Even when he, like, felt the same.
Yeah.
Like, he would always want to be liked by everyone.
Yeah.
To the point where it was obnoxious.
Yeah.
And...
I think that was the difference.
He was way more loyal to Jax and
everybody,
Tom.
To any and everybody but her,
and James.
Literally anybody but her.
Anybody but her.
Seriously, like that's how I looked at it. I feel like for her, she didn't care who liked her or didn't like her, so that's where they differed so much. It's like she didn't care. She'd go to war with anybody and fall out with anybody at any time.
Right.
And he was just not going for it, ever.
I want to know why you don't like Ariana.
So my thing with Ariana is I get that she has her stuff. Like, I mean, we all have our issues. I just didn't understand the dramatics of it. And I really feel like she should have broke up with Tom herself a long time ago, honestly. Because it literally did seem like, do you really like this dude? Do you want to be with him? Like, it seemed that way. Like, I'm not excusing anything he did, of course, but it did seem to me, it's like, well, what are y'all doing? Is this your gay homeboy? Because, like, it didn't seem like a real relationship to me. And I always feel like it was something with her all the time. Like, I'm going to go super hard about this, and then I'm going to go, and she just contradicted herself too much for me. Is like my short answer on why I don't really care for Ariana. Like,
and on the levels of contradicting herself.
Yeah.
Was she contradicting herself in defense of or standing by Tom?
I mean, we'll never know.
No, I'm saying from what you saw.
Well, I mean, I feel like, and that's the part that I'm just like on the fence about.
Because I feel like she did. Even in her worst look, she would always.
You feel like it was all for him?
She always was like, it didn't really matter. Even if he was acting like an asshole, she said was like, but that's my man and I'm sticking beside him. Or